Gentlemen, welcome to the 1960 presidential duel. I'm your host for tonight, Ronald Reagan. For the first time since 1932, it appears that we have once again gathered for a duel between both candidates born presidents, a presidential duel, to decide amongst us presidents who we give our votes to for this election. So far, it has been a close race, but the very outcome of this election could be determined by even one of our votes. Naturally, the candidates are prepared to put their all into it tonight, so let us introduce our first candidate. Representing the Democratic Party is the young challenger from Massachusetts who promises to lead the way to a brighter future, Senator John F. Kennedy. His opponent, representing the Republican Party, is an experienced fighter serving as the vice president to the great Dwight D. Eisenhower, Richard M. Nixon.
You know, it's rather disappointing that we don't have more flashy introductions. It's quite a shame. It's not as if this is just some debate.
Kennedy, I believe you may have your priorities misplaced if your concern today is appearances.
Perhaps it's you that may need to be more concerned.
All right, with introductions out of the way, let us wait no further and begin the duel. On the count to three. 3. By Washington, JFK starts early with a powerful strike.
What? That's clearly against the rules.
Nothing in the rules forbidding it.
Grr. Lawyers, prosecution.
Senator Strifes.
Californian encroachment.
It looks like the two candidates are an equal match so far. This duel may be closer than expected.
I must commend you, Kennedy. For someone so young, you're quite skilled.
Much obliged, Nixon, though I'm only just getting warmed up.
However, I'm afraid this is as far as you'll go for this duel.
We'll see if you can keep your word then. Nixon. Huh?
Incredible! Nixon has completely turned the tide with a single punch.
What in the hell? His power there was completely different. If I didn't guard at the last second, I would have been knocked out. I bet it was those poker chips he threw. Something about those increased the strength of his punch. I ought to be more careful now. Ah. Kennedy kicked. What?
Lawyers, prosecution. Now, to call in the bet.
That dodge was extremely cautious. Would something bad have happened to him if I hit him there? That sudden attack, that Nixon I saw must have been a mirage he created. This is insane. I haven't been able to catch one of his deceptions so far, and who knows how much he must have. If he can create illusions that real, he's going to take quite a lot of effort to beat.
Perhaps next election we'll fight an even battle. It won't be this one.
I suppose they don't call you Tricky Dick for no reason. However, I have a few tricks up my sleeve as well, Nixon. Mode. PT-109.
A speedboat?
I don't have a clue what he has done, but my intuition is telling me that this isn't good.
Machine gun fire.
I need to take him out quickly. If I don't soon, I'll be turned into Swiss cheese. Should I use the poker chips again? No. While I would be able to do significant damage even if I slapped him if I threw enough in the air, there are so many bullets flying at me that I would likely be hit and lose the bet, taking the damage myself. I'll do what I did before, and use campaign trickery to catch him off guard.
Torpedo blast.
Now, campaign...
Anti-aircraft discharge. I knew I wasn't seeing things, Nixon. You're getting slower.
Grr. Kennedy must know my body is becoming more exhausted. It must have been easy training for this with all of that money, wasn't it? You never had to experience the exhaustion I felt during this campaign. They're all counting on me. I can't afford to lose here.
Good Lord! Nixon's about to be shot!
The kitchen deflection!
Massachusetts, MASH!
Now, checkers!
Even while being shot at, he had the chance to place this trap.
If you believe as I believe, come along on this great crusade. The Dick Nixon Special!
In an unbelievable turn of events tonight, it appears the victor has been decided. The winner of the 1960 presidential duel is...
Kennedy challenge combo!
Gentlemen, what we have witnessed here tonight is a turnaround for the history books. I give you the new winner of the 1960 presidential duel, John F. Kennedy!
Well done, Nixon. That was a great fight.
Don't give me your flattery, Kennedy. The last thing I need is some clown with a silver spoon stuck up his rear end giving me pity.
Nixon.
What makes you think you're so much better, huh? Just because you have more money than me? You may be able to use your money to win all you want, but you'll never understand the blood and sweat I had to do to get here. You'll never understand.
Nixon.
Huh?
This isn't from the duel we just had. I've trained and planned months in advance. I spent hours in the arena to observe every possible variation in the area that could be used to my advantage and adjusted my strategy. I recorded the exact lighting, calculated the exact temperature and humidity of this arena on the day of our duel. I went through several pairs of suits to find the one that would best suit the environment and what attacks you may throw at me. I even made sure to apply makeup that wouldn't smear when I sweated. Like you, Nixon, I've shed blood, sweat, and tears. I did not pray for an easy fight. I prayed to be a stronger man. Before we began, I noticed the moment that I shook hands with you, that you were physically and mentally exhausted. I later took note of your injured left leg, which allowed me to take advantage of that weakness. I can't even begin to imagine how much you must have trained to have arrived in the state you were in tonight. You're easily the toughest president I've ever had the honor to fight against. If you had been in top shape, I would have easily lost today. I'm more than happy to accept the outcome of this duel as my victory, but I do not consider this a real fight. I want to fight you in your best condition. Then we'll decide who out of us truly is the better of the two.
Sure. I wouldn't mind that at all.
Throughout the history of mankind, presidents have existed, maintaining an external appearance for the world while hiding their true nature from it, wielding extraordinary power and keeping a secret as old as mankind's. Fate brings them to eventually lead over the ordinary men and women. And I, John F. Kennedy, am now the 35th President of the United States.
大丈夫さ毎日進もう太陽もいつも胸に繋いだって伝わるかは願いを捕まえようよでっかい波に乗ろう力合わせてときめくも永遠そご始まりの合図今こそつないでの時光をあげたら七色の風を切り冒険の海へ水だらけの旅だけど大事なものがそこにある道ならいつだって僕が守るから大丈夫さ前に進もう太陽をいつも胸に嵐が来たらじゃなくんでその先の光を見よう夢のかけ集まれば明日に向かう地図になるだから同じ旗のもと願いを捕まえようよ僕らは一つをです
The Stars and Stripes, New Frontier. Aha! Gotcha.
My word! What is the tally for the scoreboard now?
119 to 110. It seems like you need to brush up on your tennis, Dick.
I don't understand, Jack. How is it that you're able to score like you have?
It's all in the shot. Here, pay close attention.
Hello, gentlemen.
For Washington's sake, Lyndon, can't you just open the door?
Sorry, Kennedy. I just couldn't help but get excited once I heard tennis for two down the hall. You know I've been wanting to watch again after the last match you two played.
Right, that's fine and all, but don't you ever want to play a game? All you've ever done is just watch.
I appreciate the offer, Kennedy, but really, I'm more than happy to watch.
If that's the case, then I'll be sure to give a good performance. Oh, sorry, gentlemen. I'll need to head off now to go do my daily training. I'll need to leave for a press conference afterwards, so the two of you are free to leave whenever you'd like.
Did you want a sparring partner? I'm always happy to help you out, Kennedy.
It should be all right for today. I'm going to be doing sitting practice, so there's no need. Anyways, I'll see you fellas around.
Tell me, son, how's the Big Four going? Kennedy had you be his sparring partner last time he wanted one.
Well, as per usual, it's progressed by a small amount. He still has much more training to do before he is able to master it.
The specifics?
Medicare has begun to develop further. A month ago, he was only able to accelerate the healing of wounds while still as small as a paper cut one at a time. But now he is capable of healing multiple at the same time. Iasia has progressed from passing thoughts to concrete plans he can maintain in his head, and the effects of tax cuts development have begun to become more apparent. After an intensive sparring, he still had plenty of energy left, while I was left physically exhausted. Civil rights appears to be becoming more effective now as well. The squirrel we had as a test subject was able to inflict damage equivalent to stubbing a toe with a punch. Upon Kennedy flicking the squirrel, I found I was knocked off my own feet as well.
And your estimates?
By the end of his first term, Kennedy will have achieved rapid regeneration of all injuries, with the condition of the target remaining still. Obtain impenetrable insight into the future. draw from an inexhaustible amount of energy, and bring those around him to an equal and shared experience.
Hello?
Mr. President?
Butch. Did you get what I asked you to grab at the office?
Sir, there are masked men in the building.
What? What do you mean?
There are multiple of them, and they're going through the cabinets and desks. I think they're armed too.
All right, I understand. Are you hiding in a safe location?
Yeah.
I'm currently hiding a crap.
Hello? Butch? This ain't good. That end was too sudden. Butch could be in serious danger. Should I call for the police to handle this? Phil, stop the car here.
Here? Is everything all right?
Call the police and tell them to head to the DNC office. I'll be back shortly.
Wait! Mr. President!
If the office is only a close distance away, I'll be able to get there faster than they could. Not to mention, I would be more than capable to handle some thugs and protect Butch and campaign documents. If he was hiding and would be able to make a call, the radio rooms would be the first place I ought to check.
Mr. President, what are you doing here?
As soon as I heard the line disconnect, I couldn't just stand by. How are you holding up?
Fine, sir. The masked men came into the room, so I had to remain quiet.
I'm glad to hear that. In spite of all the obstacles, dangers, and pressures, you did what must be done. Your actions today have been one of an American who's truly done what they could for their country. Leave this building as quietly as you can. I'll take over from here.
But, Mr. President, these men are dangerous. They have guns.
If not us, who? If not now, when? Now go. What in the hell?
Bugged that one yet? Almost. This one's quite tricky. Make sure you do it with great care. The information we can obtain from this is of the utmost importance for the great divinities.
Hey, do you think getting a copy of these documents would be desirable for them? Of course. The great divinities require all of the information on the election possible to bring liberation to the world.
Well, I suppose the fact they're loony makes this a bit easier. Using presidential power here is obviously out of the question. I can't afford to expose the presidency. Ringing that should do the trick. Most burglars scatter like roaches when the alarm blares.
Hold it right there.
Someone was here. I thought you said no one would be.
Please forgive my carelessness, brothers. I truly thought so. Judgment is a right for the great divinities, and them only. We mere mortals have no right to do so ourselves. For now, we must deal with the situation presented now. You. Turn around slowly. Depending on how you present yourself, we may let you live if you don't interfere with our quest.
Well, that was certainly a screw-up. There's not much I can do now. My only course of action is to play dumb, despite how displeasing it will be. I apologize, gentlemen. I didn't mean to interrupt.
The wretched one! The wretched one!
What?
Eliminate
I have no idea what's going on, but it seems I'll need to resort to more aggressive means.
Die!
Well, I've certainly gone through worse fights than this. Wah! Who are you? How did you get access to that weapon?
Ha 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 ha. We are the apostles of the great divinities, the righteous who live amongst us. We serve their wonderful cause. For their cause, our lives are but a small sacrifice.
Oh! As Cambrai escaped.
Walter Garcia here from WNN, reporting live from Washington, D.C., where 2 explosions occurred only a few moments ago at the DNC headquarters, located on the 6th floor in the complex behind me. Eyewitnesses report that explosions occurred within a short time frame in between each other. The scene down on the ground below is serious, with multiple citizens injured from debris. Thankfully for them, they had a beacon of hope in the form of the President of the United States of America, who assisted in first aid, after just managing to escape the DNC office as the first explosion ran. Mr. President, it's an honor to speak with you today. What are your thoughts on the events that just took place?
Well, it's certainly a terrible thing to have happened. I just, barely made it out of the office with my life, and I'm glad to have been able to serve my country and its people. My team and I currently don't know who's responsible, but we'll be doing...
In such an incident, the first thing they choose to do is an interview with the president.
How could they have possibly gotten their hands on this? Are Khrushchev or Castro behind this? No, they wouldn't try anything like this. Not after we just resolved the Cuban Missile Crisis. And so who?
Jack?
Oh, I'm sorry, Jackie. What were you saying?
Are you sure you're doing well? What happened today was rather dangerous.
I'm fine. I'm just thinking about how we're going to handle this tomorrow, that's all.
Hold on, Jack. What's that in your hand there?
Oh, this guy got it from an acquaintance I'm on good terms with. He said we could have it for free for you to add to the interior of the White House.
Right. Hold on a moment. Would you mind handing me that firearm? Some things caught my eye about it.
Sure.
Interesting. 18th century. Well, I'll be...
Okay, what is it?
This isn't just any 18th century flintlock pistol. It's one of Andrew Jackson's flintlock pistols.
Andrew Jackson, huh?
Yes, he used pistols like these to participate in duels, to be specific. A common misperception was that he did hundreds, but he, in actuality, only ever was the main dueler in 2, being either a second or encouraging and issuing them.
Huh, I wish that was the case. That crazy fella tried to duel me after I accidentally stepped on his foot once. It's good to have more of an idea of what this presidential artifact is, though. Do you know how rare a pistol owned by him is?
Well, it's surprisingly common to find one in a museum, despite how little he actually dueled. There's still a lot of debate over why he had so many made to this day.
That's good. All legitimate presidential artifacts are kept in the secret archives after they're swapped out for replicas for the public. If there are lots of them out there, then that means that, like has happened in the past before, those masked men may have happened to find a legitimate artifact by chance, instead of the latter scenario. Thanks, Jackie. I'm grateful for the support you provide in times like these.
Well, you can pay me back by donating this to the Smithsonian as soon as possible. There's no room for it here, so it would be more valued there.
Right, of course. Those who make peaceful revolution impossible will make violent revolution inevitable. Whatever those masked men were a part of, it's dangerous and a threat to both the world of ordinary men and presidents. Their great divinities are still around, with likely more members, and their criminal activity is concerning enough on top of the fact that they had access to a presidential artifact. I must get to the bottom of this to put an end to it before they cause more trouble. It's the least I can do for my country. Butch resigned.
It appears so. It was left on my desk, and it's addressed to you.
It was his first week on the job. I suppose yesterday's incident may have been too much for him. It's a shame. He showed great potential. I sure hope you won't be leaving me anytime soon, Wayne.
I would never.
Haha. Do you know where Lyndon is? I've been wanting to discuss an important matter with him as soon as possible.
I apologize, sir, but he isn't available today.
Wait, really? What in the world is he doing that's keeping him that busy?
I'm afraid he's being treated for a wound across his nutsack after his pants cut him.
Oh, see. Well, please let him know I need to speak with him as soon as he is available.
Of course.
I suppose Lyndon's no longer an option now. And as for Dick...
I apologize, Jack. What you've just told me sounds quite serious, but I'm going to be boarding a plane back to California early tomorrow morning. I won't be able to help you investigate those masked individuals.
As risky as it is to involve a normal citizen in presidential matters, he is undoubtedly my next best option.
Attorney General speaking.
Hey, Bobby.
Oh, Mr. President, what can I do?
Bobby, we talked about this.
Oh, right. Sorry. Hey, Jack, what can I do for you?
You saw the story about the DNC office, right?
Of course. That's been the #1 story. I've been tracking how it's been affecting your public image.
Thank you, Bobby, but that's not what I'm concerned about. The story in the news is not the full one. I wasn't alone up there. There were 5 masked men who were bugging phones and taking information from documents pertaining to the upcoming election. More of concern, though, was that these men, had access to strictly classified information. I assume they, detonated explosives on the floor to cover their tracks.
What? Who else knows about this?
Just Nixon. I haven't been able to get in touch with Johnson yet.
So you haven't informed the rest of your administration?
It's too confidential to speak about openly with them. I intend to gather more information on who these men were, where they came from, and if there are any more of them before I go public. Both Nixon and Johnson are unavailable, and you were the next person I could count on most with this matter. Do you?
Hey, say no more, Jack. I think I'm happy to give it my all to help you out here. I think it's as you say. Ask not what your country can do for you. Ask what you can do for your country.
Right. Never do that again? Wait outside on the street, and I'll have Phil stop by to pick you up. I'll see you soon.
Oh, Mr. President, I never expected to see you here. How can I be of service?
Thank you, Agent. The Attorney General and I are here to investigate a matter of great international concern involving yesterday's incident. We're going to need to explore the site of the scene.
Oh, well, I'm afraid we can't allow that. We're just beginning to search the site for any leads in the investigation. It's imperative that only FBI access the site.
Sir, the President of the United States just requested something from you, and you're going to...
We'll be quick. If you'd like, you can have some of your agents tag along with us.
Right.
Where do you want to begin looking?
I'll head up to the security office of the building to look at the tapes for yesterday. The cameras should have recorded everything that happened. You go look in the rubble. There could be something that survived the explosion.
Of course, I'll put my blood and sweat into searching, Jack.
Thanks, but you don't have to go that far. This looks like this is it. Whoa! The tapes are missing. You two, help me search the room for the tapes. Has anyone been in this room since the explosion?
No, we've only permitted FBI agents to enter the building, and no one has gone into here until we did.
Perhaps they simply never existed in the first place. The security officer could have just forgotten to record that day.
Well, we've done what we could. Let's head back down to floor 6 now.
Ah, hey, Jack. How did you go?
I found nothing on my end. Surely you found something with how you do things?
It's as you say. It's damaged, but it's intact enough to be legible.
Fantastic work, Bobby. I knew I could count on you. Let's head out of here now and see what we can find with those details.
Hang on. I'm afraid I can't let you do that. That license is an incredibly important piece of evidence for our investigation. You have to hand that over to us.
What? Listen, I was tolerant at first, but this is unacceptable. I'm the President of the United States of America. If I say I need something for the safety of the nation, then I get it.
I'm afraid that isn't an option.
I've had enough of your uncooperative behavior. Is that the way you speak to the leader of this country?
Is that the way you speak to the leader of this investigation?
Girl.
Calm down, Bobby. We won't get anywhere like this. I apologize for letting my anger get the best of me. You are leading the investigation, so it is your responsibility to collect evidence. How about this? We'll hand over the license after noting the details down ourselves. That way, both parties get what they want.
Shh. Fine. That sounds agreeable enough.
It's an outrage. I just can't understand how they could treat you, the President of the United States, with such disrespect.
That's because they know more than we do. In truth, I did find the tapes we were looking for, but someone had found it before I did. They were destroyed and dumped in a trash can.
But the only people that have been allowed into the site are...
the FBI. We don't know to what extent, but this runs much deeper than we thought.
Hey, we need to get more info on that masked man from the details we found as soon as possible, Jack. If they're already covering their tracks, they may already be heading to wipe the records of all information on him.
I'm with you. But before that, we need to make a quick stop at the White House. We'll need to pick up some supplies and a person.
A person?
A conspiracy? Is that what you are suggesting?
Yes. We don't know to what extent, but the FBI is likely collaborating with a dangerous cult that has interfered with and has access to important national matters. We intend to find out more here by looking through every record pertaining to a man we've identified as being one of the members of that cult. Hopefully it will lead somewhere that tells us more about the cult to take it down.
Oh my goodness.
Jackie, if this is too much for you, we're perfectly all right going through it ourselves. We just wanted your help as you're quite intelligent and have had a lot of experience from researching here.
No, thank you, Bobby, but it's not that. It's just that every year since Jack took office, we've had to deal with a major crisis. One has to see the humor in it at this point.
Within every crisis is an opportunity. They may have been tough, Jackie, but going through them has made me a better person. And I'm sure if you reflect deeply enough, you'll find it the same. But we can't keep looking to the past. We need to focus on the future at stake here and act now.
Thank you, Jack. Yes, let us act now before it's too late. Well, for first things first, we're standing in the wrong place.
What?
This is the main reading hall. While it has a great selection of texts, the records we're looking for are in another room. Let's head there quickly.
Sorry, you two. I need to investigate another room, actually. I have a hunch about where I could find more information on our man of interest.
Dick, really? I'll come and help you out with that.
Thank you, Bobby, but it's all right. I got this. You would be of more help searching the records room with Jackie. Is everyone connected to the same channel on your radios?
I believe so.
Good. It's important we maintain contact with each other in case we find information or encounter trouble. I'll be around soon. Well, it wasn't entirely a lie this time. I do want to get this back to where it came from so I don't have to worry about losing it, though I do have a hunch. One that I need to confirm is not the case. It's certainly been a while since I was last here. If only Jackie was a president. For organizing such a mess, she would be the woman for the job.
Bobby, there's a strange man in the most bizarre attire I've seen, going through the shelves here like a madman.
Pardon?
You heard me. He's running away with papers.
I'm heading there now.
From memory, this was where presidential artifacts were stored. They're gone. The likelihood of this, and the pistol being a coincidence, is extremely unlikely. Andrew Jackson's pistol came from here. If those masked men were able to take the presidential artifacts from here.
We are the apostles of the great divinity. We serve their wonderful cause.
They were referring to a president.
Jack, some masked fella has just taken some records and is running away.
Get here quickly.
New frontier! Man to the moon!
Who's that president?
Hi, Billy Mays here for the Big City Slider Station. The fast and easy way to press and cook delicious sliders. Those restaurant mini burgers everyone loves. No more squishing and squashing or flipping and flopping. With the Slider Station, just scoop, press, and cook right on your stove. The unique design cooks both sides at once, so you never have to flip them. And in just 2 minutes, you'll have 5 mouth-watering sliders. Use dinner rolls, potato rolls, any bun. You can double or triple stack them and watch your family attack them. Top with pickles, onions, ketchup or cheese, Big City Sliders are sure to please. The double-sided non-stick surface is so slick, not even burnt-on cheese will stick. Whether it's ground beef, chuck or sirloin, just scoop, press, and cook. No flipping and no hassle. Make healthy turkey, chicken, and veggie burgers with ease and join the craze with me, Billy Mays. You can also cook them on a bed of onions for that classic diner taste. Or use the Slider Station as the ultimate burger press to load the grill in no time. And watch this. On a busy school morning, 5 perfect egg sandwiches in an instant. Moms, you're gonna love it. And when you're done, cleanup's a breeze. Call now and receive the Big City Slider Station with measuring scoop for just $19.99. We'll also include the Slider Station recipe guide, loaded with my favorite creations like the barbecue bacon cheddar and the original Billy Burger free. But call right now and we'll send you the quick prep slicer, perfect for onions, pickles, and mushrooms. A $20 value free. Just pay separate shipping and handling. You get it all. Big City Slider Station, measuring scoop, recipe guide, and quick prep slicer, all for just $19.99. Order right now.
It's Lyndon!
Bobby, are you and Jackie all right?
Yeah, what in the world was that?
There's no time to ponder. Take Jackie and go after the man with the papers.
Bobby, he's over there.
Nice catch, Jackie. Let's go.
I'm fortunate that I have been able to progress this far in training Isia. Without it, I wouldn't have been able to know where to strike up from with Man to the Moon. Sorry, gentlemen. This will be as far as you go.
Knock the wretched one out cold.
Cuban missile counter-strike!
Bobby, go down that hallway to the right and wait at the end until my command.
Got it.
Now! Jack, we took that man with the documents out. Are you up on the first floor yet?
I'm up now. Search the man's pockets and see what those papers had. I'll meet you in a second.
The papers this man is carrying are ones relating to the man on the ID we found. Birth records, census records, and more importantly, records confirming that he was an FBI agent.
On top of that, we found this on our thief over here. This all but confirms our suspicions is true.
Not true. This goes deeper.
What?
I found these on the men who, got knocked out by that huge explosion. All CIA besides one.
The FBI agent leading the investigation we spoke to earlier.
This has gone too far to not inform the rest of the administration about.
Okay, right. We'll all go together.
Thank you, Bobby, but I need you to take Jackie and our children back to your home. Things could get dangerous for our family now that we're in this deep. I'll go alone from here. That isn't all. I need to make an urgent address to the one who sits above that there is a scandal in the presidency immediately.
Of course. I'm happy to be of service, Jack.
Please be careful, Jack. With how far this rabbit hole goes, one should be cautious.
You don't have to worry, Jackie. We've been through crises like these before, and we've always made it out unscathed in the end. I'll be in touch with the two of you soon. Joanne, call Johnson and Nixon and tell them to come in as soon as possible. Tell them I said it's of international
Mr. President, Mr. Lyndon Johnson is already waiting in the Oval Office for you.
What?
Ah, Kennedy. What can I do for you today?
Lyndon, we're in serious hot water here. There's some sort of cult that's compromised the secrecy of the presidency with the help of a president. It's made up of federal officials from the CIA and FBI. They've stolen all of the presidential artifacts from the secret archives and are using them for their own means to interfere with the election and government action. We need to inform Nixon and immediately call for an address to the one who sits above so we can find out who in the presidency is responsible.
I already know the answer, Kennedy. It's me.
What?
That cult that you're referring to there is what's known as the Secret Servants. I started it to bring me more power, to become the greatest president. After I showed a few government officials my presidential power, you should have seen the damn look on their faces. Before I knew it, they started calling me a great divinity and worshiped me. The followers just kept expanding. I certainly wasn't complaining.
So you're the one who was behind attempting to rig the election? You're the one who deceived those burglars with lies to kill themselves? You're the one who gave the order to kill Jackie and Bobby?
Kennedy, you have to understand. You were trying to go against my cause. Wouldn't you do anything in your power to ensure your cause did not lose? I even made sure to keep you, my enemy, alive. But you don't have to be my enemy. Why don't you join my cause, Kennedy? I've been such a good friend to you for the past 3 years, and you're just going to spit that back in my face? I mean, you're practically already one, but you would be worshipped as a god and gain tremendous power. With that, you could easily achieve the peak of the Big Four techniques that you've been trying to achieve. Sure, it may be through dictatorial presidential power, but didn't you say yourself that conformity is the jailer of freedom and the enemy of growth? Do you know how much I look up to you, to see you fall from such grace? I just couldn't bear it. How could you bear it? How else will you serve your country? Or are you just going to serve your...
I know your tricks, Johnson. Your treatment won't sway my judgment. The fact of the matter is that you broke the rules of secrecy we swore to as presidents, a part of the presidency, and misled normal citizens to worship you as a god for your own desire for power. I will be perfectly honest. I never considered you as much of a friend as Nixon, but I still cared for you. To see that you went behind my back and conspired against me is a great shame. If you disband the secret servants, tell your followers the truth, and confess everything you've told me to all in the presidency, I will personally advocate for less harsher punishment for you. You can at the least avoid execution.
Who do you think you are to treat me like that, Kennedy? You think you can lecture me on how to do things? You're an inexperienced child who's all beauty and no substance.
I'm now going to call in the Secret Service and have them take you into custody. If you even so much as make a single defiance, I'll strike you down with all of my strength. Gentlemen, take this silly fella out of my office. Gentlemen?
Gentlemen, kill the wretched one!
Praise the great divinities!
All followers of the great divinities, commence Operation Lancer. I repeat, commence Operation Lancer. Kill the wretched one on sight.
They shot at me. They're a part of the Secret Servants as well. No! They're a threat to the country now. I'll go and take them down, just like I did the other members.
Die, wretched one!
Begone, wretched one!
I don't understand. Was it all a lie? After all of this time, did you all really despise me that much? Bay of Pigs! Brigade!
We need backup. We had the wretched one cornered, but we're in trouble now.
Understood. How much do you need?
Everyone!
All Secret Servants, head to Executive Avenue. Split into groups of 3 and take on each one of them.
We can't. There's too many of them. What in the world is going on?
Kennedy has created clones of himself and is overwhelming our followers with numbers.
All followers of the great divinities, the real wretched one is standing at the 5th light post from the start of the street. Focus all of your attention there, no matter what damage you may be inflicted.
Whoa!
Why are the roads closed off?
Sorry, ma'am. There's currently a terrorist attack happening at the White House.
Now, that's more like it.
Kennedy is located at the White House lawn. Overwhelm him with force.
Cuban Missile Barrage. Bay of Pigs. Air strike. Massachusetts Mash. New Frontier. Moon landing. Rah!
Sir, we have lost contact with Kennedy. They were unable to eliminate him.
Well, that's just darn great. There's still a chance for me to obtain it. Order the Secret Servants to begin the next stage of Operation Lancer. I also want Air Force One prepared for takeoff as soon as possible. I'm going to be doing some catching up with Kennedy.
Sir, I should come with you on Air Force One.
Son, why would I need you on this flight?
My expertise will be able to provide you support. I'm confident you can take on Kennedy yourself, but it may be needed to conceal the fight, with how powerful your attacks can be.
Fine. We leave now. Kennedy and his presidency ends here.
Crap. I'm hurt bad. New Frontier? Medicare. Come on. It's been long enough. Damn it! I can't let them win. I can't let them have America. I can't let him be president. Washington should be in this direction. I swear, I'll take you all down with my own hands.
Well, I'll be.
Have you located Kennedy, sir?
I have indeed. Though he's heading towards us.
Air Force One, it looks like Johnson's found me first. That works just fine.
Lower us down close to the trees. You get off a few moments after me, and only intervene to prevent any disruptions. I can handle Kennedy myself.
Understood.
Hello, Kennedy!
For Washington's sake, Johnson, you really want to kill me that badly, huh?
You would understand the feeling if you had to suck up to someone you despised for 3 whole years.
Yeah. The feeling's mutual. Once I put you into the ground, I'm going to splinter your cult into 1,000 pieces and scatter it to the winds.
We'll see how far you can go in that state you're in then, Kennedy.
Cuban Missile Counterstrike! Moon landing fist. Cuban missile.
Linden light beam.
Cuban missile barrage.
FDR. New Deal defense.
FDR, huh? It makes sense that you would do a cheap trick of copying another president's moves.
Oh, I'm sorry. Was that not good enough for you, Kennedy? How about you try on for size my Rayburn ray gun?
Rayburn? There is no one in the presidency called that. The only person who has that name is... Sam Rayburn was a Speaker of the House. He was never born a president. How would you have a move that was copied from a non-president?
Well, I'm glad you asked, Kennedy. Long ago, I told you this. Here, flame flares up when I get passionate. But I don't think I need to say that wasn't the case. Path to power is what I called it. With this wonderful ability, I can see the current and future potential of the power of anything in this world and draw from it to transform it for myself. Rayburn was merely just another stepping stone, who I saw had the most potential, latent, that couldn't be tapped into by himself. I could take the power from chicken crap and transform it for myself if I wanted to.
Now it makes sense why you wanted to be around me so much. I guess I was just another stepping stone to you from the very beginning.
Not entirely. I was planning to crush you like a bug in the 1960 election, but your glamour and looks blinded the voters from your inexperience. Admittedly, I was angry at first until I got a good look at your potential. I decided then and there that I was a gambling man.
I see. So you acted on the high potential and then took advantage of the big four as soon as you knew. Well, Johnson, you're going to lose this bet. I'll never give you the satisfaction of taking the big four, even if it means risking the secrecy of the presidency.
We'll see how that goes then. Kennedy! What in the world was that?
New Frontier. ComSat Defensive Network. Those lasers come from satellites in space. They surround the entire globe. I have you surrounded from every possible angle.
He shot that through the planet? Damn it! I was aiming to keep him alive until I got the big four, but I have no choice but to kill him. There won't be an office to run if I die here. This is how it ends. Damn it. I didn't even get to achieve my goal. My goal? Why am I here in the first place?
I've had enough of this.
Mr. Sun, where do you think you're going?
Anywhere but here. If we can't afford good food, I'll find it myself. Wow, no wonder someone wanted to hide this. The skin was a bit sour, but the pink inside was very sweet. What the?
I would later learn that the fruit I ate that day was called the John Devil fruit, one of the many fruits that have existed on the Americas before colonists, that grants the consumer incredible powers. At first I kept silent with this ability until I learned its true capabilities. I realized I had the power to not only just end my suffering, but rather eliminate the root cause. Poverty. I just needed to find power, make it my own, and continue my ascent upwards. That's when Lyndon B. Johnson was born. Learning from my mentor, Richard Cleverer, and then Sam Rayburn, with the power I obtained, I climbed the ranks. Eventually, I came to know the world of the presidency and learned the concepts of presidential power and continued my climb to power. I formed the Secret Service to further the power available to me. I did it all for the sake of... It was not for the sake of power that I chose to go down this path. It was to end poverty, to end the suffering caused by poverty. None may suffer like I did. That's why I chose to go down this path. That's why I want to be the greatest president. Poverty purge vote. The purpose of protecting the life of our nation and preserving the liberty of our citizens is to pursue the happiness of our people. Our success in that pursuit is the test of our success as a nation. The challenge of the next half-century is whether we have the wisdom to use our wealth to enrich and elevate our national life and to advance the quality of our American civilization. Imagination, initiative, indignation will determine whether we build a society where progress is the servant of our needs, or a society where old values and new visions are buried under unbridled growth. For in this time, we have the opportunity to move not only toward a rich and powerful society, but upward. To the great society!
No. That's my ability.
Kennedy, what you see now is no longer the new frontier. This is the Great Society. Everything in the radius of the Great Society cannot be ravaged by the forces of poverty.
My injury. No. My clothes, the surrounding terrain as well. They're completely repaired.
Everything restored by the Great Society feeds into the energy that I have to use. As all things in this world are always in decay, my energy is inexhaustible. I have complete awareness of everything that enters the radius of the Great Society and the way to triumph over any difficulty. Everything is equal in the Great Society. Everyone experiences the same sensation, and their capabilities are brought down to an equal level with the strongest being in the radius. Of course, what's under the effects of the Great Society is something I have complete control of.
Cuban.
Lyndon B. Jackhammer. Vice Presidential grip.
Cuban missile barrage. Escambray escape. Cuban missile.
Counterstrike. FDR. Great Depression. Drop kick. Plus. Landslide window! Landslide Linda. That was the first move I used before we even threw a fist. I had absorbed all of the damage I had taken since then and released it all with that final move. It's amazing that you are still alive, Kennedy, though I'm afraid you won't be for long. Before I don't get the chance to thank you, Kennedy. By all of the power I have seen in everything in this world, yours was the greatest and had the most potential. If you weren't as strong as you were, I would never have been able to reach my peak. And remember why I began this path in the first place.
Ha! Go to hell, Johnson. I don't need you to give me your pity. I swear. I'll kill you and make sure you never get the satisfaction of having overthrown me.
This is goodbye, Kennedy. What on earth are you doing? Nixon?
Nixon? Weren't you in California?
Sir, I know this request will be a selfish one, but please, allow me the duty to kill John F. Kennedy.
You too, huh? All this time, you really hated me this much?
Who wouldn't despise the rich boy who needed Daddy's money to succeed as a president? It was sickening to be looked down like that after I lost the 1960 election.
So why bother befriending me? Why not try to kill me earlier? I trusted you. You were my closest friend. How much of the time we spent together was a lie?
Sir, please let me end this farce here. I can't bear to keep this act going.
Now do as you please, son.
Nixon!
Orbital indolent breaker.
Ah, Kennedy, my boy. How are you feeling?
Where am I?
I'm afraid I can't disclose that yet, but you're safe. All of your wounds have been treated, other than your neck, though it ended up working out for the best.
The best, huh?
Yes. We were able to find you after attempting to locate the source of the red lasers that appeared all around the globe. When we did, it appeared someone had attempted to kill you by breaking your neck, but failed. As a result, your neck was only fractured. You won't be able to use your legs until you undergo rehab, but you're not dead. It's unfortunately a different story with the public. Lyndon Johnson announced that you were assassinated by communist terrorists a few hours ago, right after taking office.
So you mean I can't see my family?
Yes. As per the rules we take, as you have now been deemed deceased by the public, you can no longer have any contact with anyone who isn't a president. You are to never return to the public life and must live in seclusion.
Heh. Since I'm practically a ghost, I may as well be dead, Frank. I've lost everything. My family, the presidency, my so-called friends and colleagues.
So, Kennedy, do Do you want to do something about it? You could be of use as a recruit for a team of mine.
Of what use? Like you said, I'm dead. I don't exist anymore. What can I do?
A lot more than you believe you can right now. We had suspected Johnson of suspicious activity for a while, but it's only now that we've finally been able to confirm it. What you know about Johnson and your status works well to our advantage in fighting back against him, and we need to take action, and action now. What my team and I have planned is confidential, and I can only tell you more if you agree to join. So what will it be? After what they did to you, are you really going to let them get away with it with no punishment? Or will you show them what happens when you betray John F. Kennedy?
I'm in.
Wonderful. I'm glad you came around to it, Kennedy. Now that you're joining the team, I would like to introduce you to your teammates from here on out.
Jack, it's great to see you up and well.
Hoover, you're a part of this team?
After World War II, I couldn't turn down an offer from the man I fought side by side with, despite our differing views. The most precious things a man can have are loyalty and friendship, after all.
Right.
Oh, sorry, too soon. I guess what else can you expect from the man who had a depression named after him?
It is hard to fail, but it is worse never to have tried to succeed, Hoover. You made a mess then, but you at least dared greatly.
Well, thank you, Teddy, but I was joking.
The same applies to you, Kennedy. But you should know even more that if you could kick the person in the pants responsible for your suffering, you wouldn't sit comfortably in a month.
Huh? What are you trying to say? It's my fault that my whole administration betrayed me?
Later you'll understand, but for now I apologize for my rash comment. I did not mean to get off on the wrong foot with you, considering you're our newest team member.
Yes, if we are to take down Johnson, we require unity. Now to get to our course of action now. This here is what we plan on using to take down Johnson and his co-conspirators. I'm sure you recognize what these are.
The Chaos Emeralds. We used them to take down Hitler and ended World War II. But weren't these lost since then?
Yes, but that's where you come in.
Jack, from the intel we have on you, your Cuban missiles would be what we need to track down the location of the emeralds. By focusing on an image of your target in your mind, you can have your missiles home in on that. It's perfect for what we need.
You'll need to do a lot of training, primarily physical rehabilitation, to regain the use of your legs. I'll be happy to coach you through a variety of physical exercises, and I'm sure Frank will be able to give you assistance on using a wheelchair for the time being.
I have no complaints, for as long as they're still around. I'll make them pay for betraying me.
నేను చూసాక నాలో నేను అది తెలిసాక నన్ను నేను మరిచానులే ఓ నేను చూసాక నాలో నేను అది తెలిసాక నన్ను నేను మరిచానులే So baby, don't you break my heart. So baby, don't you break my heart. Don't you dare break my heart. So baby, don't you break my heart. So baby, don't you. I need somebody. 眠りのない夜を数えきれず過ごした傷ついた痛みがただ一つの思い出 I don't want 優しさはいらない I don't want もう二度とは求めていた夢は今はただの幻誰かのささやきが心の中聞こえる I don't want 幸せはいらない I don't want 偽りの愛もただパニラ青く輝く炎でこの悲しみを燃え尽くす時までただパニラ愛は孤独な戦いそう激しさが闇を突き抜ける